Hello, Pisces or Pisces. Welcome to Lucy the Antigua Tarot. My name is Lucy, and I have your 9 card reading for the month of April 2016. Welcome to your reading. So let's go directly and look at what you have, my dear friends. Let's start with your middle card, which is your center. This is you. You have the King of Swords. And coming in to your reading, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. The 8 of Pentacles. And then you have the Queen of Swords. And right below the Queen, you have the King of Swords. That's your center. Then you have the 3 of Wands. Okay. You have the El Sumo Sacerdote. This is the Hierophant. By the way, these are the cards that I bought at the beginning of the year on a trip that I made to Guatemala to visit family. And I love these cards because they have the Spanish titles to all the major arcana cards and the court cards. So I love them. All right, so let's continue. Then you have, my dear friends, you have the 8 of Cups. Okay, and at the very bottom, you have the Tower, which is a major arcana, La Torre. You have another major arcana, which is Los Enamorados, the lovers. And then finally you have, leaving your reading, the 9 of Swords. Okay, so it looks like you have 3 major arcanas: El Sumo Sacerdote, the Hierophant, La Torre, the Tower, and Los Enamorados, the lovers. You have 1, 2, 3 sword cards. Very interesting. You have the king and queen, and the 9 of Swords. Then you have 1 cups, which is the 8 of Cups. You have the 3 of Wands, and you have the 8 of Pentacles. So you have all 4 suits: Pentacles, Wands, Cups, and Swords. Okay, so it's very, very interesting, very cool. Now, this is a general reading. It's not going to really reflect on what is happening with every Pisces on Earth, but some of this stuff might resonate for you. Okay, it is a general reading. So let's start with the middle card, the King, your King of Swords, El Rey de Espadas. Now, the King of Swords usually means somebody of authority, somebody in your life who has authority. Okay, let's see. Now, this could be somebody in your family, a father or an uncle or a grandfather, or it could be somebody at work, your boss, or somebody a partner, or somebody that you know that has a strong influence in you. Okay, or it could be you, the person with authority, who strong influences on others. Okay, now this person is, not only does this person have authority, and it's usually a man, but this person also, it is swords, and swords are communication. So this person has, he is the king, so he has full dominion of his ability with words. And he might be a bit strong, in his opinions and in his way of believing, or it could be you. So if it is somebody in your life that has this authority and is influencing you, it's telling you to kind of reflect on what this person is telling you and consider if it's really what you want. Okay, so it's kind of like maybe suggesting that you develop your own opinions about something. to develop your own sense of what is right for you. Okay, that's what this card is telling you. Or if it is you, okay, try not to do that. Okay. Um, and to take a step back and to ask yourself, am I doing too much or am I saying too much? Okay, so this is the energy that is at your center, Pisces. So it's something to think about. Now, coming in, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a really beautiful card. You can see the pentacles are marking, right? Framing this image. Here's this person, and he's working very hard. He's very focused in what he's doing. Um, he's on his bench. The bench signifies stability. And in the background here, you can see there's like a little town, and he's really far away from it, which means he's pretty much isolating himself from everybody because he's focusing on this work, very focused. Okay, that's what's going on with this card. Okay, and this card does mean hard work, much effort. Whatever you want, you need to work for it. It's also reminding you to see things as they are. So if you are not getting the results or getting what you want in this hard work and effort that you're doing, to kind of analyze your efforts, okay, kind of like step back, you know, get out of the isolation and take some time to reflect. Stop for a little bit and take some time to reflect. You know, if the what you're doing is the right thing, if there's maybe it's not giving you producing what you thought it would, and it's kind of telling you to kind of maybe step back and maybe figure out a different way of approaching or structuring the effort, different strategies, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe you need a little bit more education. Okay, that's what this card's it's telling you, and it's coming at the beginning of your reading. Okay. All right. Now, following your Eight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords, la Reina de Espadas, la Reina de Espadas. There she is. Okay, so someone in your life, there's somebody in your life whom you should not be messing with. Okay, it's a pretty strong message. It's probably a woman. This person is in control and maybe a little forceful. Okay. That's what this card means. So like it looks like maybe you've met your match. And maybe you don't really have to avoid this person, but maybe figure out a different way of approaching this person. It could be a woman, different tactics on how to maybe talk to this person. Maybe it's somebody in relation to this work that you're putting a lot of effort into. Okay, or maybe it's in relation to a love relationship, your partner maybe, because you do have the Lover's card here. All right. Maybe this person is being too forceful, and it's maybe bugging you. You're trying to figure out a way to deal with it. You know, okay. And maybe you need to, people are telling you things of what to do, what you shouldn't do, and maybe you need to figure out your own ideas about how to deal with this. Possibly, I don't know. It's a general reading, my dear friends, but what's following you now is the Three of Wands after your Queen of Swords. And as you can see in the Wands, 3 signifies balance and stability. Okay. And this person looks like he's achieved a few things in his life and he's looking forward, you know, and there's this field here there's nothing there. It's like empty, this empty space. Okay, so what does this mean? And what this means is new beginnings. It's going forward with new beginnings, that the journey is about to begin, okay? But it's not at that point where you can't change your mind and go back and not do it. You're still at a point where you can change your mind and decide not to go on this journey. Okay, that's what this card means. It also is saying that maybe something you've been dreaming about could become a reality. Maybe you've been dreaming about something, you know, and it could come true, you know. Yeah. So that's what this card means, my dear friends. Um, okay, so these are the cards that are coming in that are crowning your reading. And then you have, following the Three of Wands, you have the Hierophant, el sumo sacerdote. El sumo sacerdote. Okay, Hierophant. It's also a major arcana. And he's the male energy. The female energy is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about reflecting in. And the Hierophant's all about reflecting out. The High Priestess is spirituality within, and the Hierophant is spirituality without, out in the outside world. You see, and this is about doing the right thing. Okay, that's what this card means. Doing the right thing for yourself and for others, you know, and that takes a lot of thought. And it's possibly why you're just like barely beginning on this, because you're trying to do the right thing, you know, and it's suggesting that maybe you do charity work or mentor someone. You know, sometimes when we do this kind of charity work or mentoring, it kind of helps us get a different perspective on our own problems in lives, you know. So it says to delve deeply in regards to doing the right thing. In other words, you have to do some deep thinking about it, because it might be affecting, or it could affect other people in your life, you know. So maybe that's what it's saying. Okay, and you know, this card will show up oftentimes when we're seeking guidance. So maybe you're looking for some advice on how to deal with these changes that might be going on, or these decisions that you have to make. And you know, it's saying that there will be somebody will come in and to advise you. So to just stay open to that. And maybe it'll be this authoritative figure who might be giving you advice. It might be good advice, but you still want to kind of like see if you feel comfortable with that, if that's really what you want, maybe. Okay, and then you have your Eight of Cups, and the cups are all about emotions. The Pentacles are money, economic stability, material stability, okay, and work. The Wands are ideas, and then the birthing of ideas and the development of ideas in the material world, and it's often related to those things that we do to make a living, work, that kind of thing. Okay. And then the cups are our emotional stability, and here you have 8 cups, but and they're standing upright, there's nothing spilt, so that means the cups are full, and each cup might represent something that has been acquired through hard work and through things that one does through one's life. You've acquired these things, but somehow it could be a job, a relationship, it could be any, these cups could have anything in them, and but somehow it's not enough. This person's walking away from that, and in the moonlight, so that means it's walking towards something new. So it could be a new spiritual search. Maybe that's what's going on here. You know, something really different that's going to happen, and it's going to be a difficult path. Okay, and because it's not well lit, and the terrain's very rough. There's water and it's emotions and the rough terrain, and then the light of the moon, which is not a very clear path. Okay, um, so the current situation that you're in right now, that's what this card means, may no longer be appropriate for you, and that it's time to move on, to follow your gut instinct, even though you are getting advice. Perhaps you decide to get advice. Now's the time to move on, to make a decision and move on. Okay, and then yeah, and then there's like something happened that kind of like completely, um you have the Tower, and this is a major arcana, and this card means sudden change. La Torre. The foundation, the base is not stable, and hence the falling of the Tower. Uh, Something in what you thought was a certain way, you realized that it wasn't, and it was just devastating. So it could be in relation to a relationship, because you do have the Lovers. You have the Lovers card. And you have to make a serious decision, and you have to do the right thing. So it's definitely something very personal and emotional, because it's 8 cups, and that's how I'm reading it. And so that's what this card means, that there's like a sudden change that's devastating, a really tough change. And you look at the base is unstable, the Tower is squared, and the top is round, and you can't fit a square in a circle. I mean, in a round structure. Um, a square can go in a circle geometrically, but in a structure, it's really difficult. It's unstable. That's what this means. And so it falls apart suddenly. This is the sudden energy. So it's like maybe a realization of what you thought was one way is not that way at all. And it's like making everything change for you. So that's what that card means. And then you have the Lovers. And the Lovers is, it talks about relationships with others, relationship with a partner, or a relationship with oneself, loving oneself, being able to have a relationship with oneself, or loving somebody. So being in a loving relationship, that's what this means. Because love gives us healing, so you will get healing from a partner or from a loving relationship. Yeah, it can be a relationship between a parent and a child, you know, a mother and a daughter, etc. It's talking about commitment, understanding, mutual agreement, and it's also talking about having the opportunity to see from someone else's eyes, or to be able to walk in somebody else's shoes. In other words, to imagine yourself seeing a problem, maybe, this strong character here through somebody in your life here. These are people in your life. See, yeah, being able to maybe see their point of view, or to be able to walk, pretend like you're walking in their shoes, see what it feels like. Really powerful cards, beautiful, beautiful reading, you guys. And then you're leaving your reading this month with the Nine of Swords. And this is a person who's like obviously in great pain. And here there's a carving on her bed of a duel going on. Those duels they used to have in the olden days for the sake of honor and love, etc. There's a duel going on here. And then her quilt, her blanket, has roses and the zodiac signs. And this means just conflict with people. That's what this card means. And then the Nine of Swords, there's like a lot of things that you might be having to worry about and think about, and that it could be creating a lot of stress for you. So it's be cautious, just be careful. It's like, do the right thing, be cautious, seek advice, whatever it is that's going on. Try to be in loving relationships. If you're not in a loving relationship, move away and go to a loving relationship, I guess. I don't know. It could be. This is a general reading. I'm just interpreting what these cards mean for you. So it's also, you might be blaming others for this that you're feeling. And if you're finding yourself in a strange situation, in a weird, scary situation, it's telling you to look at yourself and ask yourself, how did I get there? How did I get here? What was I thinking? What did I do to get myself here? Why am I here? Ask yourself. And it's advising you to just learn from it, learn your lesson from this experience. Slow down and don't stress about it. You are stressing too much. So that's pretty much your reading for the month of April, my dear Pisces. Okay? And it is I'm just reading the cards, and there's a lot going on. It looks like you have a very busy emotional month to go through this month. I wish you guys the best. I hope that everything works out for you. I hope that you take time to do something nice for yourself for this month, to hang out with loving people, okay? People who love you and care about you. And I wish you lots of peace, always, always. And I will see you in May, okay? With your reading for May. Okay, have a great month. See you later. Bye.